Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. As you will have seen from the title of today's video, we are doing a whole house deep clean because, to be honest, this just feels long overdue. And I'm also trying something a bit different. I'm going back to using a voiceover, which I haven't done in what feels like forever, but I will always be guided by you guys. So please let me know what you think of this voiceover. So if you're anything like me, the thought of a whole house deep clean is honestly just the most overwhelming task. So I like to break it down into sections and give myself like the amount of time I'll spend in each room. So for instance, the bathroom, I gave myself 15 minutes. The bedrooms and dressing room, I gave myself 5 minutes. And it just makes it a little bit more manageable. The other tip I like is starting on the room that you want to do the least. And for some reason, this is always the bathroom for me. So starting here to get it over and done with whilst I still have the energy. So I filled up a bowl with a Fabulosa concentrated disinfectant. I love using these because they just make the room smell so fresh. And to be honest, it's been a long time since I've given my radiator a good wipe down, the skirting boards, the doors. The tiles I do tend to do with a bathroom cleaner, but really giving them a good scrub, it has been a little while. So this just made the whole room feel really fresh. So I love using this pink stuff paste for those slightly more stubborn stains and watermarks you get in the bathroom. But the pink stuff paste teamed with their electric scrubber is honestly a winning team for any of those kind of hard to reach areas. Kind of round the bottom of a tap, you get the kind of lime scale or hard watermarks. Honestly, this just gets rid of it so quickly. I like to use it in the sink. I use it on my kitchen sink as well. I use it in the shower around those taps, the shower head, all that kind of thing. It works really well for it. It also comes with 4 different head attachments. So obviously you can clean them after every use. I just tend to leave them to the head attachments, that is, leave to soak in disinfectant or bleach. And you can have different size heads for different size jobs. So it works really well. Now, cleaning the shower head is definitely a job I do not do often enough. Then you see that kind of orangey pink build-up down the bottom, and that unfortunately is lime scale. So I do like to clean my shower head in a few different ways. If I'm being lazy, then I will kind of just use the pink stuff paste and the scrubber. But I do also like to use white vinegar. So if I've got the time, I will just leave the shower head to soak in white vinegar, and that also does a really good job of removing the lime scale. Now, if you've been around here for a little while, you will probably know that I do not like using a cloth on the toilet. I know you can obviously disinfect cloths and clean them in between uses, but there is something about using a reusable cloth on the toilet that just gives me the heebie-jeebies. So I am a biodegradable antibacterial wipe kind of girl when it comes to the toilet. As long as they're biodegradable, then I am all here for it. Now, this little grey stick that I'm using on the back of the toilet is a pumice stone. You can get them on Amazon, so I'll leave them linked down below. They are so good for those kind of yellowy, stubborn watermarks you can get down the back of the toilet. You know where the thing at the back kind of runs water for a little bit and it just leaves that yellow hard watermark. That's brilliant at getting rid of that. So moving on to the spare room, which I had only allowed 5 minutes to clean, as to be honest, it didn't really need that much. It needed kind of just like a dust and a general zhuzh. So for me, that would be dusting around the windows, dusting the blinds, cleaning the windows, dusting the walls, the ceilings, around the bed frame, bedside tables, all that kind of thing. mean, this product needs absolutely no introduction on this channel anymore, because what else would I simply be cleaning a mirrored surface with at this point? Honestly, if you haven't tried it, I don't need to say it anymore. It's so, so good. Also, look at those results from that damp dust. I am shamed by the amount of dust that are collected on Connor's little vanity unit. Also, if you're looking for a product that just smells like spring at this time of year, the Flash Spray Wipe Done Mrs. Hinch's version, which is in the scent Wildflower, is just dreamy. It's like, I'm not a floral scented kind of person, but to me, it smells really fresh, it smells really spring-like, but it doesn't smell heavily floral and kind of like, this sounds awful, but some floral scents can smell a bit sort of fuddy-duddy, and that is not for me. Now, this spare room bed is kind of where the clean laundry goes whilst it's in the waiting pile to be put away, which, to be honest, can be a number of days. So it often just needs, like the bedding just needs a quick little zhuzh so it doesn't look like it's had laundry sat on it for days and days and days. But another hack that I just wanted to share with you guys was using a lint roller for collecting dust. It works so well on collecting dust on fabric surfaces. So chairs, headboards, cushions, that kind of thing. And you can see how much dust I collected just from this one headboard. Now, I had allowed myself a 5-minute timer for our bedroom as well, but I'm just going to zoom through this very quickly because, to be honest, I'm doing kind of exactly the same that I've done in the spare room, and you guys don't want to see that twice. So we're just going to zoom through our bedroom as well, but this took me about 5 minutes. Now, it has definitely been a good few weeks since I last ranted about my poor decision to have open wardrobes. And if you're wondering why I dislike my open wardrobes, it's because they collect dust like you would not believe. Luckily, I do have an air purifier in this room, which definitely takes away some of the constant dusting, but as you can see how much dust these filters are collecting. I reckon I last hoovered this out maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and considering I still do dust my dressing room, it's not like I just leave it now. That is still a lot of dust in there, so I probably should be cleaning this out a little bit more regularly than I currently am. Another thing I just wanted to mention is that you might have noticed whenever I am cleaning an electrical item or a light switch or a plug socket, I will always spray the product onto the cloth first instead of directly onto the item. You know, even if it's unplugged, even if it's not active, I'm not prepared to risk that. So I just don't personally like to spray a wet cleaning product straight onto an electrical item. Definitely should have mentioned this at the start of the video, but this deep cleaning video I'm going to break down into, I think, 2 separate videos because there's just too much to film and put up in one video. So if you're kind of watching this clean thinking, oh, she didn't do that or she missed that, that's because it will probably be coming in part 2, because if you're doing a whole house deep clean, that does take a day and a half. Like, it's not a quick thing, and we don't want to all be sat here watching a 2-hour YouTube video. So that is my plan. There will be a part 2 coming for you guys over the next couple of weeks. So of course our hall stairs and landing are quite high traffic areas, so they do get little marks on them and little spills and things like that. So I'm just using the Astonish carpet care, which comes in a spray bottle, which you literally spray on the mark, leave it for a couple of minutes, use quite a stiff brush and kind of rub the product in. There's no need to then take the product back off again, which I love because it just makes it such a quick and easy process. All you have to do after that is literally just vacuum it up and the mark should be gone. It's yet to fail me. So we do live in a very hard water area around here, and I have recently been using a Brita water filter, which I'm meant to be using to fill the kettle up, because obviously that's going to really help with lime scale, but to be honest, it's a bit hit and miss as to whether I remember to do that or not. So I do still have to descale our kettle, and I know there are chemical-free ways of doing descaling your kettle with sort of lemon and white vinegar, but to be honest, when you just need a quick solution, I don't think there is many things better than the Slam descaler. So I'm just going to start by doing that, because that kind of needs about 10 minutes to do its thing, and then once I'm done doing the rest of the kitchen, hopefully that will then be done as well. Now, I'd like to share a way that I clean my kitchen cabinets with you, because some people think I'm mad because this does mean kind of cleaning them twice, but I promise you that if you have high gloss cabinets that show finger marks and they get dirty and they constantly need wiping down and then can end up smeary, this is the best solution. So I just wipe them down with anything. Today I have just made up a little bowl of concentrated disinfectant in the sink, and I'm just using a Dishmatic cloth to wipe down all the surfaces, including under your cabinets. Remember to clean under your cabinets, because I know a lot of people forget to do that and they can get quite grubby. So I'm doing the cabinets, under the cabinets, the kitchen tables, the splashbacks, all of that. And then once my cloth is no longer going to be used, I'm going to run around my baseboards. Really important to do the baseboards at the end, because obviously that's the floor. You don't want to be using the same cloth on your baseboards that you're then going to use on the worktop, because that is all a bit germy. Once the cupboards have dried, which only takes a couple of minutes, I then go back over all my cupboards with the Pink Stuff window and glass cleaning kit. Obviously the cupboards are clean and grease-free and no marks on them at this point. This is just to get rid of the smears that the first stage of cleaning left behind. So I know it is 2 stages, you've got to go around all the cupboards twice, but I promise you, not having to buff out the first layer of cleaning product and just leaving it to kind of do its thing and then going back over just to get rid of the smears really is the quickest way I have found of cleaning the kitchen cupboards. Now the living room is definitely a room that I would like to save to show you how I'm going to deep clean that in the next video, so our deep cleaning part 2. But I felt wrong not to even do a little bit of something in here, so I'm just going to tidy up the blanket, quick dust and reset the sofa. But that is about it for today. So thank you guys so much for watching my Deep Clean with Me part 1, and there will be a part 2 coming very soon. Bye!